Welcome everybody to today's Building My Legacy podcast. I have with me today Kitty Kalman. She is a marketing specialist looks at lifecycle marketing. And what she especially is interesting to me for is she has spent a lot of time thinking about the back end of marketing, and that the back end is really that engine that keeps the whole process going. And we get so caught up in the message and how we're going to deliver, we forget sometimes about the back end. So I'm going to let Kitty introduce herself. She is from Hungary originally, lives in the UK, and has gotten very involved in the digital marketing space and has made this her specialty to work with companies to really help them make their marketing work. So, Kitty, tell us a little bit about you, how you got to doing what you're doing, and then we'll talk a little bit about what it is that you are passionate about and why.
Thank you very much, Lois, for having me here. And yeah, so how I got into this business is literally I used to work for corporate clients all over the world, Fortune 1, 2, 3, and all the 50s and 100s. And what makes me passionate is that I can bring the knowledge and expertise and the consultation experience what I had there, and I merged it with all the technical skills and marketing skills what I learned in the last 5 years and the sales in the last 20. That I can merge all these things and deliver it to other type of clients who are not the biggest companies all around the world, and make a bigger impact by reaching much more people around the world. Like having, when you have an impact on a business, you have an impact on the owner, you can help their service providers, their clients. So it's literally having a real impact on their local reach, and that's what makes us absolutely passionate about what we do.
So talk to me a little bit about what life cycle marketing is. What do you mean by that? And what do people need to think about relative to life cycle marketing?
So life cycle marketing is you can call it life cycle marketing. You can call it customer lifetime value. It can be called many different ways. And actually, I just checked out that how other businesses call these things. And the funny thing is that everyone has a different terminology for the same thing. So in just to make it short, what life cycle marketing is, it's literally how you get from the grabbing the attention of the client until they drop off of your sales processes. So they get through all of your sales, how you deliver your services and products, and in the end, the time when they leave you. So that's their life cycle marketing within your system. So that's very important to understand, because sometimes when people think about, oh, I will build a sales funnel, that's wonderful. But if you have another sales funnel, or if you have another offer, then you have to also think about that. I have to, not just by then, but in general, you have to think about that. You have to nurture all those clients. You have to nurture all those needs who haven't converted before. And then by that, delivering more value and offering your other services and offers, which will help these people to achieve more and better results with your already purchased product, then you are missing out, because then you are calculating with one thing, but you have to look at the big picture as well,
Right.
to understand your numbers. Because if you see the lifetime value of a customer, then you will get real numbers and calculations and understand, okay, this is the money I spent in getting this client, and then this is the money I spend, earn by keeping them throughout the whole life cycle of my system. So that will be the real value of your marketing, and that's how you will be able to see that, oh my gosh, does it worth it to me to spend this money on an ad or not?
So, Kitty, you talk about the back end because I think many companies I see work very hard on the marketing and getting their message out. And we spend not as much time talking about the back end, which is what really keeps that ad fresh and alive and vibrant. So, talk a little bit about what you mean by the back end, what's really essential.
Well, the back end is literally everything where you say, "Oh, I have a sales funnel or an offer." It can be even an opt-in form on placed on your website in a blog, which many people miss. So you have to give the chance to for your ideal clients to find you and then to opt into your systems. And now here is where the backend starts, because if you're for example, you have a website, you have a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, which ideally nowadays are integrated with an email marketing platform. So you have those, and if you have a membership site as well, then we are already talking about three systems, and then there is a fourth one, which is the payment gateway. So you have to integrate all these to communicate with this in the same way. So if you have a membership site, for example, for a course you have, and potentially some of these softwares already have their own email system. And if you set it up in the wrong way, you will find yourself, oh, this system sent out a message and that system is not integrated. So they will never get into the segmentation and onto the list where they are supposed to be. So there will be a confusing messaging all around your platforms. And that's a big problem. So this is where all the nitty gritty and geeky stuff kicks in, which can cause a lot of pain.
So, Kitty, what do you find are some of the biggest challenges companies have working with their marketing process, and what drives them to come to seek your help, for example?
Usually, where they see their biggest problems are is, well, it's a good question. I have to think a little bit because there are many problems they can come up. They have to realize it, and there is a difference between what they see and what we see. So sometimes they see that, oh, there is a big drop off on our list, or there is no engagement, or there is the email. So usually something around their emails that they realize that something is glitchy or it doesn't work, or their opt-in forms don't work in the front end. So something that's technical, and they see that, oh, something doesn't work, but I don't know what it is. And that's when usually we are coming into the game where, okay, what's the problem? And then we see, oh, these things are not integrated, that information doesn't come from the system where it's supposed to go into this way. And all these email marketing automation setup, if they are not set up in the right way, people, for example, they think about, oh, I have this offer, I send out 3 emails and I'm done. If they got there, that's probably already something. But they have to think about the nurture emails and how they are working together. So you have to finish one of these sequences where they opt in, they receive their initial delivering of the offer, what they purchased. And after finishing that, you can jump onto the nurture sequence, and you should not just can. So you should jump on the nurturing sequence where you send constant messaging, value, and offers to your clients. And that's how we keep them coming back to us, and then understanding if they are happy, referrals, getting more leads. So when they yes, so when people want to grow, businesses want to grow their income, optimizing their funnels, optimizing their systems, that's when they come to us.
Got it. So, as I hear you describe the process, one of the things that strikes me is what I hear a lot from people, and that is, you mean I have to do this? When do I have time to really do my business, right?
No.
Do you
I
hear that
know.
as well?
I know. Actually, we all face this, don't we? So in the very beginning, we all wear all the hats, and then we realize that okay, if I want to focus on this part of the business, I have to either outsource it or do it myself. So these are the two ways of doing it. So and outsourcing is either hiring someone for it or literally outsourcing it to a third party. So that's how we save time, don't we?
That is how we save time. And sometimes it's getting that help, isn't it? That makes such a big difference because until you begin to look at what the process is and all the detail in the process, you don't know where you want and need help sometimes. You just think, well, it will magically fall in place. And
Yes.
then it doesn't, right?
Yes, unfortunately, technical things don't usually have this manner of being very polite and just, oh, I put myself to the right place for you. So they are not too cooperative. That's why we are here to help businesses to understand how to do things, how to make things easier for them. Sometimes also another reason why businesses come to us that, oh, I know I need a software, so they already aware of the problem and they already aware of the solution they are looking into, but they are not sure or not certain about it. And it's still better to come to us at that time that, oh my gosh, which softwares should I use? Because then we can look into the systems that, oh, okay, you use this, you use that, you use that. This is what you want to get out of your systems. And these are the apps we can suggest you to go down with. Because these will work for you better than purchasing these things, and then you will have to mess up everything when you have to change in 1 year.
Right. So if you were going to sit down as let's pretend I'm a new business that is wanting to grow. I have developed a business and I'm in a growth trajectory and I know I need help. And so I come to you. What would be the top three things that you would say a growth oriented business has to think about and have in place?
Systems, definitely. So before getting into crazy growth, if you have your systems in place, that will save you a ton of energy and time as well. Because all the automations, when you set them up, takes you, as you said, takes a lot of energy to write the emails, to even think about things. But this is what we help with as well, to help to the plan as well. Okay, this is your business structure, this is what you do, and this is how you are going to grow. And these are the things that ideally have to be in place. For example, automation, segmentations, the naming convention, and also being organized is crucial for growth. If you don't find files, don't go into growth because you will be in a big trouble. I mean, go into growth. It's not a yes. So go into growth, but make sure you hire people to get your stuff organized. Because that will cause a lot of problems. So the systems, even though it takes energy in the very beginning, a lot of energy, but it's just like an engine. When you start the car, you have to put it in the first gear, right? And that's how it starts. It takes energy in the very beginning, but then it brings you so much value in the end if it's set up correctly, because it does the work for you. It sends out the messages, the reminders. Oh, your card is declined messages. Oh, you abandoned your card, and all the Facebook retargeting is done. And then, oh, you had a call from a client or a prospect, and call this person back. So you can send out reminders for your colleagues, and all these things can make our lives easier, but they require a ton of work in the beginning, or a lot, but it saves, let's put it, a lot of work in the beginning, and it saves a ton of work for us in the end. So systems and organization.
Systems and organization, those aren't generally things that we wake up excited to do, right? Some people do, But we're more usually excited about meeting the client and helping them solve their problem than thinking about our own system and organization. And so it's a good reminder, I think, to think if we don't have our own house ready, it's very hard for us to be there to be a great resource. Kitty,
Exactly.
do you have a good example of somebody you have helped and what brought them to you and how you helped them?
Well, we have many people coming to us. For example, what I said, just here is an app, just purchased one, and then it turns out that it's not the one they should have purchased for themselves because it doesn't serve them well. So that's one of the big help things where we see that, oh, we can help these businesses, that put them into the right direction and save them a lot of energy in the long run, because they don't see that in the beginning it's easy to choose something that looks easier, but on the long run maybe something else will serve them much better. And that's why it's very important to understand all these systems, how they work together and in the long run as well. So this is one of them. And because we build sales funnels, of course, building sales funnels with beautiful design, not just, but very important, the copy is the most important part, together with the offer, copy, and then the design and how the offer and the sales funnels are structured right after each other. Um, these are big things as well, because what we've seen, for example, there was a client who had a funnel which turned out not to be a funnel, because it was a one-pager landing page with one offer on it, which was one product, so it wasn't even an offer. Because offers are bundles, we give more value, and product is, when you compare product to product, it's always coming down to the price, right?
Right, right.
So we help them to increase their prices that way, to create a proper offer, to put it in a way, in a very nice packaging of a sales funnels, and build all the automations, integrations out. So it's now a well-oiled machine for them. So they just have to drive the traffic into the system, and of course optimizing their system, because we have to see, this is how we know if a system works and the funnel works well. I mean, the funnel is tested only by being tested.
Like getting out there. When you talk about optimizing the funnel, what does that mean?
Well, it means that we use an application to see, and even in the app, the sales funnel app, you can see the numbers. So how many people see the offer, what is the churn off, so how many people turn away, how many abandoned carts we have, uh, how can we get people back to the place where they left off? Do we have all those automations set up to bring people where they left off the funnel? So all these things and can help to optimizing the funnel. This is the back end part of it, and the front end part of it, just to see, first of all, if the offer is an offer, if a sales funnel is a real sales funnel, or it's just a one pager, because that's shocking how many people think that, oh, I have a funnel, and you use a funnel builder, but you have only just a one pager form, which can be done in almost any good CRM system, a marketing automation system, and you don't have to pay for a funnel app if you just want to have a form. So, and a beautiful form, of course, but so these can help in the front end, looking at the copy. We are not copywriters, but we have copywriters we can recommend, and we work together so they can have a look at it and fix those things. And and at the end, the design is the last part, if they are happy with it. But the most important is if the funnel converts. If it converts well, then we are fine. I don't suggest to make changes to anything. Just one interesting question we got recently, that, oh, I have systems set up, my CRM, my funnel, everything, it works, but I see this app, the new shiny object syndrome. And oh, I see everybody is talking about this. Should I use this or what? And then no, if whatever you have works, you have to use that, and then don't look at any other things. You are fine. So we are those kind of people who tell the truth, because in the long run we want to work together with people forever.
Right.
Not just like, oh, you earn something out of making a business with someone and misguided someone to, use this XYZ app because that's more beneficial to you. No, we have to tell if it works for that person or not.
That's an incredible gift that you bring to people, because there's so much misinformation on the internet right now about what digital marketing is. And people have a notion of, well, I'll just put an ad on Facebook and then magically I'll have a business, or I'll start an account in Instagram, Facebook, do lives, and that will be the beginning of something, right?
Well, yes. And the thing is that what you said at the end, that will be the beginning of something. Yes, it will be the beginning of something, because that's how you drive traffic to your offer, to your funnel, your lead magnet, which is the entrance to your funnel. And that's how you bring awareness to your business, and that's how you engage with people, and that's how you can nurture people throughout your social media. And you can use the SEO platforms to get more traffic, like Pinterest and Google, and your website on using SEO. So you have to think about the traffic, how you can get eyeballs on your offer. What you have to think about, what you deliver to them, how you deliver it, and that's where the backend starts. And at the very end, are they happy? Are they going to refer you? What are you going to offer something for the referrals? If they are not happy, are you going to engage with those people who are not happy and make sure that you understand what's the problem? And at last, are they going to, the happy customers, are they going to be your advocates? So are you leveraging the whole marketing ecosystem for your business or not? And usually the answer is no.
Usually the answer is no. Isn't that amazing? But I do think there is a tremendous amount of misinformation and false promises on the internet. And I think because of that, people become very skeptical about what can really be done. And so it's great, Kitty, to have your perspective of looking at the whole picture from the beginning to the end, and what really goes into making it work, right? Because it is work. It doesn't just fall out of the air when you do one piece. So our time is almost over, and I want to just open up for you to think about, what are some things that you would really like people to think about and know about marketing before we finish?
Thank you. So yes, marketing. Marketing is about the customer, is about not about us. What I see on a sales page most of the time is, we do this, we do that, we do XYZ. No, it's what the benefits are, how you deliver a better life, a better outcome for your clients. Either it's money, either it's lifestyle, health, or relationship, doesn't matter. It has to be about them and not about the service provider itself. I think this is one of the most important parts of marketing. And we build relationships. We engage with people and not with businesses, and not with avatars, and not just a number on a paper. So these are people who we want to engage with, and that's why it's very important not just to abandon someone. What I always say, and maybe it's from somebody else, that when you get to know a person, you get a gift, and you open that gift, and from that moment you are reliable or responsible for that gift. Maybe it's from the little prince.
Oh,
maybe. And from that moment, you are responsible for that gift, for that person. And that's true in marketing as well, that these are human beings and we are responsible for whatever they get from us.
It's a beautiful perspective because I think so often people feel like they've just become another commodity and they don't feel like there's that personal connection. The gift part is missing. And so it's lovely to hear that and hear that perspective from you.
Thank you.
So for those of you who are listening, we're going to have information about Kitty and her company in the show notes, and also information about how you can contact her. And if you need any further help, just let us know and we'll be glad to do that. She also has given a download that you can access. Tell us a little bit about what the download is so the audience knows.
Well, the download is now not a download, really.
Okay.
Maybe we can add something later. But what the offer is a free consultation with me. It's a 30 minutes free consultation, and you can take up on us on this anytime. You will have the link to my calendar, so you're free to book me for a free consultation.
Super. So those of you who are listening, and there's things that have just made you stop and think about, what am I doing and how am I doing it? Is what I'm doing really effective? Take advantage of the offer that Kitty has made and get a 30-minute consultation, and you may have a better understanding of what it is that you need to do. So Kitty, thank you so much for being with us today and for sharing what you do and how you help so many people.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope this was valuable for many of us as well. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And those of you who are listening to Building My Legacy podcast today, thank you very much for joining us. And be sure to remember to visit our website at buildtomorrow.com with the number 2, and also all of our social media sites that are buildtomorrow.com. So thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell button above. Leave comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And visit our other social media links as well. Thanks much.